Wayne Banfield.
Kelsey Mahoney.
Bill.
Chris Clay.
Dave Rideout.
Josh. I was smoking for about 14 years.
2 years.
Half of my life, 17 years.
50 years.
It's easy to remember how long I haven't been. Say, best guess, 1972, so that'd make it 43 years.
This coming Tuesday will be 1 year.
4 months ago.
2 months ago.
Early February of this year.
It'll be 6 months Christmas Day.
A little over a year ago, about a year and a half ago, decided I wanted to better myself, get away from tobacco. Heard a little bit about vaping, so I decided to give it a shot.
No loss of breath. This is the biggest thing. I don't wake up coughing up a lung.
I find I can do more physical activity and not be as tired or out of breath.
Same as ever. It's going to take a while after I've been smoking for 50 years for everything to change within a month or 2 or 3. And say I have built up, in 50 years, about 2 packages a day. So it's going to be still in there until it finally gets out of my system. This has helped me. It's helped me cut down, and that's the main thing. Even if I can't give it up, I'll cut down. If I only smoke 8 cigarettes a day, that's a lot better than 40 cigarettes a day. And a hell of a lot cheaper too.
Amazing. I used to coach. I found myself after practices gasping for air, playing ball hockey, softball, those kind of sports in the summer. I found prior to quitting, I was having a hard time getting through an hour of running. Since quitting tobacco and going to vaping, just found everything got better. I haven't been near as sick. Colds, that kind of stuff. Actually, heartburn was actually subsided somewhat. And overall, just I feel a lot better, especially in the mornings. Doctors know that I had kind of not really a wheezing, I guess, but more of a, you could hear something. It wasn't nothing to get worried about. But around the same time I quit tobacco, I had a doctor's appointment. I told him I was going to give vaping a shot. The doctor had said to me, she heard a little bit about it. She said, what do you got to lose? You're doing the absolute worst thing you can do to your body right now. So if it can help you get away from tobacco, go ahead and try.
Flavors are important to me because if it wasn't for flavors, like if we only just had like unflavored or tobacco flavors, I don't think making the switch would be so easy.
Flavors are very important to me. If not, it'd be just bland, it'd be licking paper.
So I like having a variety of flavors to be able to switch to.
Very, very important. When I originally started, I tried tobacco flavors and I couldn't stick with it. Right now, I use more on the fruity side of flavors. It just tastes more delicious, almost like a fruity, juicy kind of flavor to me. And also having the option to change it every now and then when I get sick of the flavor. Couldn't do that before with tobacco.
Absolutely. I tried tobacco and hated it. Now, funny, even a cigarette, I liked it. Yeah, I tend to go for more desserty flavors, scattered fruity one, but more dessert.
It is, yeah, you got to have something that you can taste, but you don't want it to be too strong.
Absolutely not.
Not a chance. I don't know, it'd be kind of difficult if they came out with regulations about no flavors and you can't use anything in the shops to test it. It's almost like a deterrent.
No, definitely not.
Never again. Don't know what I was thinking when I started. The big joke with me is I can walk into a mall and I can tell who's a smoker and who's not. I never could. My wife used to give me a hard time for smelling like cigarettes all the time. She's a non-smoker. And I could never smell it. I can now.
Never. Not now, not ever again. Vaping has literally given me so much back, and I've seen it change a lot of people's lives. And no, I'll never go back to tobacco. But if vaping is taking away from me, I'm afraid I could end up going back to it. But that's, I guess, a gamble. I just gotta wait and see what happens.
Probably because I didn't know a lot about it in the beginning, and I've learned a lot from it.
Yes, if I can't come into a shop and try a flavor and try something new, that's gonna kind of start to turn me away from vaping.
I don't know if it would so much me, but I think new customers now that it's come a long ways. I think, yeah, I mean, I can go to a liquor store and I can sample a whole new liquor in there. So, you know, why shouldn't you be able to do this? And being the fact that anybody who's into a vape shop, who's coming in through the door, is not coming in just to look around there for a reason, I think. And I think you should be allowed to sample it. Absolutely.
Absolutely. If the customer service at a vape shop can't show a product how a product properly works, their customer isn't going to get a clear understanding of how that product is going to work. You know, a lot of these devices are a little bit confusing looking. They might be deterred from making the switch just from the whole tech game.
If we didn't know it was out there and we didn't know how to use it, why would I buy it? I would still be smoking 2 packs of cigarettes a day. Some days I smoke 2.5, 3 packages. This right here cuts me back. And no matter what you might think, cutting back is better than smoking 40 to 60 cigarettes a day.
It's a really cool idea to make the switch, and it helps out a lot in the long run.
Well, I mean, for myself, as a 14-year smoker, making the switch from tobacco use to vaping, if I can do it, anybody can do it, because I got 0 willpower.
No, I'm a type 1 diabetic. I got 2 small kids at home. I wanted to give it up. I had to give it up, and this is the best way that I've been able to do it. I've tried everything. I've tried the sprays, the gum, the patch. Nothing worked. I had the patch on for probably 2 months and I was still buying a pack of cigarettes a day. It just didn't work for me. This is the only thing that's ever got me off cigarettes.
Vaping has become a lifestyle to me. I've met so many great friends. I've met so many more people with common interests. It has literally given me back life and shown me a new side of it. Like I said, the subculture that it holds itself is enough that keeps me, you know, very happy with it. When I was a smoker, I didn't have a culture. I didn't have friends that I made because I smoked. I was more shunned when I was a smoker. Now I have an accepting group of people that I call my close friends that I've gained over the past 1.5 years, and it's been amazing.
Boy, it's a game changer. It's a game changer, and I think that the government should really take a hard look at it and take it for what it is. You know, it's going to save them a pile of money. It's going to save a pile of lives. All right, that's the big one. You know, and people in the know are saying it could be one of the biggest medical interventions of the 21st century. So, you know, and these are people that know. They're not making it up. There you go.